Hi, this is Mark. Congratulations. You have found this amazingly awesome show. Chances are you're listening to it right now on whether it's iTunes or Stitcher Radio or some other mobile app that allows you to stream this amazingly awesome show to your ear holes. And I can't stress how awesomely amazing this show really is. But did you know that you can also catch the latest episode of this show on the Tangibound Network? That's right. Go check out tangiboundnetwork.com. You can look them up and you can listen to it right there. It's even mobile friendly. What more could you ask for? Which means you can pull it up on your iPhone or your Android, even your Windows phone. Yeah, who has one of those? But still, point remains, you can do it. You can do it. Check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com. Listen to this show, the latest episode, every time. Check it out.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 280.
The attempting to be festivist?
It's not
Christmassiest.
Festivus. I was going to say, it's not Festivus because we're not having an airing of our grievances. Or are we?
Maybe we are.
Not toward each other, but just in general.
Yeah, no, I'm making a shallow attempt this December to get into the Christmas spirit. Through the podcast.
Yeah. I'm not having any of it, so.
Fair enough.
No, I don't know what it is.
Next week, I'm going to have like candy canes in my beard and shit.
God, I hope not. I had somebody on Twitter ask me, or ask the group if, the guys who have beards, like, are you, do you put ornaments or what? And I immediately was like, in caps, was like, nope.
Unless it's a hunk of rib meat.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, foodstuffs, well, I guess they count as adornments, but.
You do.
Yeah. It's like, I asked that same group a question, which I think might be a Q of the W at some point. So I forgot to mention it to you off mic, but.
Well, I have my handy post-it right here. I'll scratch it down.
Okay. I can ask.
And we'll forget about it and we'll reintroduce it in the future.
That's fair. And it would be, if you were an air freshener, what would your scent be?
That's a good one. I like that one.
So, yeah. Because in this group, we ask people dumb questions sometimes like that. And that popped in, and I was like, oh, you know what?
You should steal some of these, by the way, some of these dumb ones.
Some of these dumb ones.
Because I love dumb Q to W's.
Yeah. So,
last night we recorded with Matthew McDonough, my wife and I, for his Passers by Pod Challenge, podcast.
Right.
And the Q to W, because, if you're not familiar with the show, at the end he asks you 6 questions.
Yeah.
And then in the beginning of the show, you're supposed to supply your own question that he adds to his pile of questions. Right, listening audience?
If you want to hear the best episode he's ever had, go back and listen to the one Tony and I were on. Anyway.
This is very true. Recorded live at Dark Horse Brewery.
You were correct, sir.
But
just remembering that pizza and that Scotty Karate.
I know, right? So I sacrificed what was going to be today's Q to W for his question, because I'm like, I completely forgot to have a question ready. I'm like, I have this, and it was deemed lame by my wife. So I guess I'm glad I got rid of it.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Should you ask questions like, when's the last time you had a close call in your pants? Stuff like that. The real hard-hitting questions.
What's your definition of a close call?
like if the toilet were one step further away, you wouldn't have made it.
Oh, that kind of close call.
Yeah. I don't mean like putting in the leg kind of close call.
Gotcha.
Right.
So like, trains leaving the station.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Right. And, whether it's an Amtrak or a bullet train, but either way,
for sure.
Yeah.
Either way, it's derailing somewhere.
Right. Those are great for conversational podcasts,
Definitely.
Get someone to really, get real with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get the skinny on the fat.
Exactly. Especially if they're in studio with you and they're like right now. Like, oh my,
Like, I just did. It's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be the best.
Yeah. It happened 5 minutes ago.
Oh, man, I hate it when that happens. Especially during a podcast. I mean, unless you're wearing, your adult diapers and wearing, always wear darks though. I mean, we know that. We learned
always
that a while
darks.
ago from good old JR.
Well, I just, my secret is I keep the camera waist up and I just sit on a bucket the whole time.
Smart. That's smart. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. It's a good call with some of that egg crate stuff on the inside to dampen the sound.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've learned. It's like a little recording studio.
That's terrifying. Like, oh, what's this? Like someone's looking at your recording studio. What's this? That's my poop bucket. Like, what? Why does it have egg crate foam inside? Oh man,
pretty acoustic.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? Do you make coffee in this bucket? Enough of that. So anyway, back to the passersby and whatnot. I assume y'all had a good time and told festive stories of Christmases gone by?
Not really.
Oh.
We had a good time, but no Christmases.
Oh, all right.
It was, like, how did you guys get together? I won't give it away because it's coming out in early January.
Oh, my goodness. No one will care then.
I know, right? Because we'll all be dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Exactly. Y2K is finally going to get us.
Yeah, it's delayed reaction Y2K.
Yeah, it's really slow. Yeah.
No, I'll plug the shit out of it when it comes closer to the date of its release.
Right.
But that's what we did last night. It was, it's always fun. I like podcasting in general, and it's not bizarre, but it's odd. It's fun podcasting with my chick.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something that happens that often.
Right, except for this past week where you've done it twice.
This is very true. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
I was only there for part of that podcast.
but we'll get to that. Yeah,
we'll get to that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Trying to think what's going on here. Boy, this has been a pretty uneventful week. I mean, we're recording a hair early, but
we are a hair earlier because we have a fancy gentleman's event tomorrow.
Right. Let me get one bit of business out of the way, and
let's get the business out of the way.
People can think what they want and whatever here, but this is kind of a big deal for us in that we had a lot of episodes of this show that did not get very many downloads early on, especially. And as of yesterday, we finally broke 100,000 downloads for the show.
This is true.
which is amazing because, you know, there are a lot of shows out there that have hit that number much quicker than us. And that's great. I'm not knocking anybody, you know, it's just, I'm just glad that we finally hit the damn number, you know,
Right.
like, so that was kind of a big deal last night when I looked and saw we finally broke it. So
some would say nice.
right. So there's that business. That's about all the business I have. Do you have any business to?
Just standard business, you know, free podcast garbage.
Absolutely. Right.
I mean, at Gmail, hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then we'll get to the regular plug hole later, I guess.
Of course. I just didn't know if you had anything.
Well, merch tab on saltylanguage.com.
Yeah. Definitely hit that up.
Get that shit up. Christmas is coming. There's that Amazon tab.
Yep.
At no extra cost to you.
Exactly.
Go to saltylanguage.com. You hit that here Amazon button and do your shopping.
Wow. And we'll be
Santa loves it.
We'll be right back after this 10 in a row. No.
Traffic and weather on the fives.
Oh, Jesus. So we should do one of these times, actually run the show like it's a radio show.
Oh, God, it'd be terrible.
Oh, I know. Well, terrible-er.
Yeah, that's true. Even more terrible.
Even more terrible-er. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I went back to my doctor this week because they called me and they were like, you know, like, hey, your lab results came in. You need to come talk to the doctor. And I'm like, great, because that's always good news.
Always fun.
Yeah, you know, and, you know, I went in and basically got told kind of what I expected. You know, it's like, you're fat, you need to exercise and quit eating like an asshole. So, you know, and I was like, oh yeah. But also he put me on, some, vitamin D because, you know, apparently I don't get enough D. But, you know, I wasn't surprised by that because I never go out and, you know, people with depression seem to have tendency to have lower vitamin D levels. So, you know, no real shock there.
Yeah, vitamin D is good for you.
I guess.
I supplement that shit myself.
Yeah, right?
Because I guess it's like, I think there's some absurd percent of people are lacking in vitamin D.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the percent is.
It's like, it's like 3 or 4%. No.
It's crazy.
Ridiculously low. No, it was, so yeah, it was weird though, because like going through the blood work and stuff, it was cool that he showed me all the results and was like, this is why this is good or bad, you know?
Right.
And, I haven't had that in a while. So that was pretty cool to, you know, to go through. And
so wait, your doctor didn't go, because I also had a doctor experience this week, Ryan. I went for my lab results.
Excellent.
And my doctor was like, which I knew because, you know, I looked at the shit online because, you know, my ketogenic eating.
Yeah.
Your cholesterol's fucked, but not in a bad way. It's like the good cholesterol, but it looks bad.
Yeah, right.
It's goofy to say.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, you got to do that. I'm like, yeah, I don't eat that. She's like, okay, well, when you're snacking, don't eat. And I'm like, no, I don't eat that. I just felt like I was talking to a goddamn wall.
Yeah.
And then I finally just hit the point where I'm like, grin and bear it, Tony.
Right.
Just smile and nod. Because I was starting to get fired up and thinking, I just need to find a new doctor. Fuck this bitch.
Right.
You know?
Right. Oh, man, you start getting fired up. Next thing you know, you're throwing her off the ropes. Big boot, and then leg drop.
Yeah, I was feeling it.
1, 2, 3, brother.
Rip the shirt off, leg drop.
Yep.
It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Back to doctor and your lab experience.
No, that was pretty much it. I was, you know, it was funny though because I got a bill for some past blood work, and I called my insurance and was like, hey, I need, you know, why am I getting billed for this? So while they have you on the phone, they put you on hold, then they call the place and find out why.
Right.
And they were like, oh, well, they need your doctor to resubmit the referral for your blood work. And I was like, okay, but why would I just walk in and get blood work? You know, like, this isn't something people generally do. You don't just, hey, you know what, I feel like getting some blood drawn today, and just go in and have it done, you know? They would have had to have had something to do it in the first place, you know, or the person wouldn't have pulled it.
Right.
And it's like, so then the doctor's office, when I called them and was like, hey, I need this sent in. They're like, oh, we don't use that lab anymore. And I was like, yeah, but the doctor still should have referred me for blood work, or I wouldn't have went, because again, I'm not going to just show up and get blood work done, you know?
It's like, it's the third Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get some blood work.
Yeah, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm not doing anything today. I think I'm going to fast for a while. and then I'm going to go have some blood work done. Why not?
Let me not eat for 8 hours or so.
Oh, it's amazing.
Get stabbed repeatedly in the arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great time.
Some crazy lady fresh out of school.
So, yeah. So I'm still dealing with that because people can't seem to grasp this. So I don't know how I'm going to resolve it. I wish my insurance company could just call the doctor's office and tell them, like, hey, we need this form, and just get it done. Because it's almost like the doctor's office, the woman there, she acted like she didn't believe me. Well, she's like, well, I don't know why they would want us to. I'm like, because they need a referral in order to pay for it. That's their procedure.
Bitch.
Like, why is this difficult? It's in your computer.
Right.
It better be, because it's a medical record. It better be in the computer, It's like, yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I was raging a bit about that yesterday. So
not quite deli rage.
No. It's, I wanted to put my fist through someone's face, but it wasn't the same,
Right.
It was like you were just saying, like at some point in that conversation, I was basically like, I'm talking to a wall. Like she is not listening to me.
Yeah. Like she is in script mode.
Yeah. And I even asked her, I was like, is there someone else I can talk to? Cause you're clearly not understanding what I need. And
you're like, listen up, bitch.
Yeah. And she's like, oh no, I'm in charge of, and I'm sitting there going, wow, if you're in charge of it, we're all fucked. I mean, that's,
doomed.
Yeah.
Doomed. Yes.
Doomed.
Fury Road.
Doomed. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. That's what I got. I can't think of anything else, but if I think of something else, I'll just, talk over you or whatever.
Please interject.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'll just talk right over you.
As is tradition.
Yeah.
Well, I had a fantastical weekend in Detroit, Brian.
Yeah.
Well, not weekend. Saturday. Half a Saturday, even.
Okay.
Because, my lovely wife, who was been lobbying for months, maybe not months, but a while, to Big Dev.
It's been a while, yeah.
To be on the show. He's finally like, all right, we got our schedules all aligned. And we headed up to Detroit to go record Shot of History.
Right.
And the problem is about last Tuesday, like the Tuesday before that weekend.
Yeah.
She got sick.
Yes. The old Tony Co. AIDS.
I brought her, yeah, exactly. Struck. And I think I brought it up on the last episode.
You did, yep.
She was sick as fuck. And she was at the point, she's like, I don't know if I'm coming. So I was like, well, if you can't, you can't. What are you going to do? Well, she ended up, popping pills and sleeping all the way up there and made the trip. Because she wanted to go so bad, which is fine.
Right. Little ecstasy before the trip, right?
Little E. Yeah, no big deal.
She was so cold, you gave her E, warmed her right up, you know?
Warmed right up. Yeah, she was dancing and feeling all the stuff. It was weird. But,
it's odd. You guys did a history of raves. It's a really weird topic, but all right.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it is.
That place gets crazy. I'll get in that. But Def wanted us to be there at like noon.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, damn, I'm used to podcasting like after dark, naughty times, you know? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, whatever. That's fine. So, I felt like we're doing, and I'm sorry, Dev, I'm going to spoil it because it has to do with the story. The topic we were doing is blaxploitation.
Awesome. Yeah.
That, Jeannie's like, I would love to see Calvin Moore from, Leading Questions.
There you go.
It's in our podcast.
I couldn't remember it, but yeah, good pull.
Yeah. She's like, I would love to see you and him, talk about me, do blaxploitation. And that's what ended up happening. And Dev was like, hey, you're doing blaxploitation.
Right.
So we get up there and it's got Podcast Detroit, which they always talk about. They have a studio. Man, these guys have got it. Scurred. Dave, I met one of the guys who runs the joint. His name's Dave.
Yeah.
He's also on a podcast called IT and the D.
All right.
And they have a legit studio.
Yeah.
Like it's rented office space. You walk in, there's a little lobby. There's some dude in there. It was Stephanie's friend playing video games. They have like a full bar to one side.
Oh my, yeah.
A fridge, a kegerator, and there's like an office and two studios. And both the studios are decked out with like 8-10 mics.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, damn, this is a legit setup they got going on here. I didn't realize that Podcast Detroit has like 80 or 90 shows under their umbrella.
Oh, wow. I didn't either.
No idea.
Wow.
I had no idea.
Okay.
They're a bigger deal than I thought they were.
Okay, cool.
But so we walk in, and Trico and Dev are in the studio, and Dev leaves us in. Oh.
I can still hear you. Yeah, I can still hear you.
Oh, okay. Everything got wonky on my screen for a second. I'm like, no!
Yeah.
Right, back to the story.
Yeah.
So he waves us in, and they were just about ready to start recording. And I'm like, so I hit up Calvin on Facebook. I'm like, yo. And he's like, I'll be there in a little bit. He's like, where you at? I'm like, I'm sitting here with the gang. He's like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. And then Dev's like, that's all right, because we're recording this episode. I'm like, oh. We ended up recording 5 episodes.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. So, and, when I first, we were doing shots of rye whiskey. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking like little baby shots, like big boy shots.
Right. Sure.
And my first thought was, well, okay, I didn't know I was doing 5 at the time. I'm like, oh, I got this, and I got whatever, I'll do a shot, and I'll drink some water, and then next show I'll do a shot, and I'll drink some wine. It'll be fine.
Right.
And that's kind of how the process started, right? Until I found out that they have a kegerator that has breakfast stout in it.
Oh, geez.
From Falling Down Brewery. Because Dev's like, oh, hey, I wonder what's on tap. He's like, oh, it's definitely a stout. And then we talked to Dave later. And Falling Down, I guess they know the people. It's a local brewery up there.
Right.
I don't know if I've had their beers at Beer Fest. But they, it's kind of like a beer sponsor almost. They provide them kegs.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So I must have had like a magic solo cup. Because it was never empty. Even the time I karate chopped it out of my own hand and made a huge mess on the floor, it somehow was full again. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And breakfast stout's not light fare either.
And it was good.
Yeah.
And like, they had, I know I posted some pictures of some of the artwork that they have in the studios. They have awesome artwork everywhere in there.
Yeah.
And then like the Dave dude comes out and, he's like, hey, you guys ever had a baby Guinness? Which is Jeannie's favorite shot.
Sure. Yep.
And she doesn't do shots. So now we're doing a round of baby Guinness.
Right.
It turned into a drunken shit show. Well, for myself at least.
I'm not at all surprised by that. That seems to be the tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we recorded 5 shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
I only remember 4 subjects.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't have no idea. One of them is a mystery to me. I listened to the current episode that's out now is episode 40. It's Fidel Castro.
Uh-huh.
I remember sitting down to record it.
Right.
But I'm like, because normally I don't listen to myself.
Yeah.
I had to listen because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what happened here.
Nice.
It was weird. That rye whiskey set straight.
I know, right? We've discussed this on here before about how when we were at I forgot the name of that place when you and I were knocking back whiskey and bourbon before we headed over to the cloister. About how we stood up and we were like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was one of those things where I felt fine.
Yeah.
I felt okay, and then I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I was just gone.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm so glad Calvin Moore from the Leading Questions was there because I was so a fan of the genre of blaxploitation.
Yeah.
But I'm just a fan. I like watching the movies.
Yeah.
So he showed up with like legit stuff. And I was already getting bumped. I'm so glad he was there.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, sure. I mean, being a historian and whatnot, he could bring legit, historical context and whatnot to it.
Yeah, I had 1 page of stuff I put in a Google Doc because I'm like, busy week too for you. But sure, being like, I'm trying to do research. I was like, I got nothing. He comes with like 5 pages of stuff. I'm like, oh, thank God this man's here.
Right.
Like he bailed me out.
Yeah,
but,
he'll do that.
I know, it was a blast. It was a lot of fun recording with those guys. Trico's hero. Stephanie's my hero. Put up with my nonsense.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, the next morning, I'm like, oh, there's an Instagram video. I have no memory of making it. We went to a Mexican restaurant right next door.
Yeah. And
Jeannie told me I tried to order food twice. Because and I was drinking water by that time.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Hey," and then the waitress came back. I'm like, "How about that?" And I already ordered. I'm trying to order it as we're leaving. And I know I asked her because the next day I'm looking at the jeans I was wearing and they're covered in salsa and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck was in my beard? I wonder.
Oh, jeez.
I probably looked like a goddamn animal.
Probably.
But as we're leaving, I'm telling the waitress, I'm like, "Hey, you have yourself a good night." And she just looks at me and she goes, "You need to go home and sober up."
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was a shit show, Brian.
Poured some salt right on
It was
you
a
right
lot
there.
of fun.
Jeez.
Like, there's tentative future plannings of spring, probably, of getting the Shot of History crew out to the cottage.
That's trouble.
So I already told them I'm going to shoot you with a horse trank and drag you up there, and we're doing our, group of podcasts.
I like this idea. Yeah.
Yeah. They're a lot of fun to hang out with. I had a blast.
Thanks.
And like I said, Calvin's an awesome guy. I'm glad to finally meet him.
Right.
Dave from the podcast Detroit, he's awesome. We had it was a good time. But man, I got hammered. And then the whole drive home, Jeannie, like the next day, she's like, "I'm surprised the whole time we're driving home, you didn't complain," because she was listening to the Broadway channel on XM.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was completely focused on not puking in the car.
Right.
Because that's all I felt. I felt the devil Mexican food coming back.
I take it you didn't go easy at the Mexican place, like just didn't go with something basic, or
I have no idea, Brian.
Right, fair enough.
It was a shit show.
Knowing you at that point, I could see you just ordering the most random shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like instead of sticking with something like, hey, give me some tacos. Like nice, clean, get in there, get out, no worries about anything else. And you're probably in there like, "Oh, this? Yeah, this is a great idea." And it's probably something that's just gonna,
like stuffed habaneros.
Yeah, right. Oh, I love those.
No idea.
Give me 6 of them.
I mean, it's like, it's been a while since I've been on that level. Because, if we go out, I'll have a couple beers, I'll get a little buzz. But generally, it's like, I don't really like getting hammered anymore. Because I just feel like death for so long the next day.
Yeah.
But it's wow. When I'm just drinking stout like water and I'm doing, these big shots of whiskey. And I don't know if I had any indictment shots. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It was a fucking disaster, man. But it was a great disaster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I actually felt halfway decent the next day because I did come home and release all the Mexican food. Like, thank God I'm home. This can get out of me now.
Yeah.
Really, get out of me, Satan.
Yeah.
Be gone, demon.
The power of stout compels you.
Oh, man.
Well, good. At least you got the venom out,
I did indeed get the venom out.
You gotta, it's why I said, I learned a long time ago, as much as I hate puking, when you hit that point and you feel that way, it's like, I just need to get it over with.
Oh yeah. I'm sure I was sitting in the passenger seat on the way home, probably sound like a goddamn Lamaze class.
Probably. Oh my. That's very graphic.
That's how I know I married a great woman. She puts up with me like that.
Yeah.
When I go into another plane of existence.
Right. And she potentially was going into this at not full strength,
No, exactly.
And you still turned into that animal. God, you're such a piece of shit, dude. No.
That was, if I would have stuck to my original plan of just a shot at the beginning and then water would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, let me get one of these stouts. And then it's like,
even if you had done 5 big boy shots, and spaced it with water, you would have probably been okay.
Yeah.
You might have been a little tipsy, but whatever.
Because, they're about a half hour, 40-minute show.
Yeah, exactly.
We got there noon. We didn't leave till probably 7 to go get dinner. So, we had to break times when we're just bullshitting. And,
right.
So we had a lot of time.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think if I would have just done the shots and drank water, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But that stout was so good, and it was self-serve.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
It's a fucking problem, man.
What are you, an animal? You can't, it's, breakfast stout. You can't turn that away. Well, you could if it was terrible breakfast stout, but.
But it wasn't. It was very good. But when I got there, I was looking around because I always thought in the back of my head, if I had disposable money, I would love to have a studio space for it.
Yeah.
Because I like recording in person.
Me too.
You know, Skype works great, but in
No,
person,
it doesn't.
I think we have Skype works, meh.
It gets the job done. Yeah.
It's good, but I think when we're like in the same room, it's a better chemistry.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I would love to have plus, you know, because I always pictured having a studio space somewhere downtown because there's all kinds of interesting people down there.
Yeah.
And plus breweries we like.
Right. Sure, that wouldn't get us into any trouble.
No, but I can't imagine what the overhead of something like that is.
Hey, let's go record.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good idea, man. Let's do this. Well, we got to sober up anyway.
Just sit down for a few hours. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Meanwhile, and we listen to the recording the next day, and it's just both of us passing out.
Yes, just snoring.
Yeah.
Like, that was a waste.
This is good stuff, man. Clean that up and let's get it posted.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have a studio space like that, but I can't.
Yeah, right.
So, all right, everybody, hit up that Patreon.
I agree.
Start buying them t-shirts.
That's right. That is right.
We need a Salty Language Studios.
Yeah, so we can have official...
I'm sorry, official Shameless Plug Studios.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Official Shameless Plug Studios would be awesome. I totally agree with you.
But yeah, so I mean...
We could just go downtown and squat on something, maybe.
We could.
You know, just...
Unfortunately, the prices are just getting more, you know, they got to be getting higher and higher, unless we're going to be downtown in a atrocious area.
Yeah, and that seems like a bad call, so, yeah.
Like, yeah, we want you to guest on our podcast. Ignore the junkies in the alley.
Right, right.
If you can, because sometimes they just don't leave you alone.
Right. They're like, well, how can we tell you guys from the junkies? And we're like, you can't. Yeah, it's a risky run.
Exactly. It is a risky run.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
But yeah, and then unfortunately the next day I was like, that was a lot of fun. I'm just slightly hungover. I don't feel too bad. But man, I got this scratch in my throat. And then the illness took me.
Boom, AIDS. Yeah.
Boom, AIDS.
Yeah.
Dude, Monday at work felt like death.
Yeah.
Severe death. And I had Tuesday off already because I had a doctor's appointment in the morning and I got vacation time to burn.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I'll just take the day off.
Sure. Yeah.
And all these grand schemes in my head. Like, after my doctor's appointment, I'm going to come home and cut some branches off of trees and clean out the gutters and stuff I don't have time for. Nope. Rest up, make dinner for the rest of the family, and try not to die.
Yeah, yeah.
That was pretty much my Tuesday. Yeah. Brutal. And I finally feel okay today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Then we got shenanigans tomorrow night.
Yeah. I'm going to be a good boy.
Yeah.
Sure. None of this shot of history nonsense.
That's what you say now until I get to influencing you. No?
Well, yeah, it's true.
Hey, Tony. No.
Let me tell you what'll also make you shift, planes and, find new gods and stuff.
Okay.
Is Alka-Seltzer day and night.
Yeah, I saw your post about...
Yeah.
About that on Instagram today, about how you're still in a different dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I took it because Monday I didn't take anything. I slept like death, and it was horrible.
And that's the worst part is it's like really you need that rest and sleep to really kind of recoup or recover, and you can't sleep because I don't like when I'm sick like that, I can't breathe. And if I can't breathe,
because I'm coughing and my nose is leaking everywhere. It's horrible.
It's pretty sexy, right?
It's very sexy. Yeah. So Tuesday night, then I'm like, well, we have this Alka-Seltzer day and night shit. Let me take the nighttime.
Yeah.
And it was like, just gone.
Right.
Zonk.
I was going to say, insert Dennis Leary NyQuil joke here. Uh-oh. You still there?
Yeah. Exactly.
Boy, that was a big gap. Okay. Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Okay. We're back. The next day it took me forever to get out of bed. My alarm went off. I was like, and I had to go to work and all that jazz.
Sure.
Today's Thursday. Yeah. So then I took it again. And I took the Alka-Seltzer day. That stuff's for pussies. That did nothing. August day is garbage.
Yeah, I found that out with in the past where I've done that, where I bought something that had day and night, and I was like, the day stuff did like nothing for me, so I just quit buying it.
Yeah, it's like what is this? Flintstones chewables?
Actually,
Go fuck yourself.
There's some of the brands like you can't buy like just the nighttime, like you can buy like the daytime, or you can buy the day and nighttime. And it's like, I just want a box of nighttime, you know, I mean, because I'm gonna make meth. But secondly,
yeah.
You know,
I'm trying to abuse this shit.
Yeah, right? I know. Jesus. Making life hard for me.
Exactly. But, no, but for some reason, whatever, like I took it last night and crashed again. And then at some point in the middle of the night, somebody's car alarm was going off. And Jeannie's like, is that our car? And I half remember this.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even function to help her figure out what was going on.
Right, because you're in a haze from the medicine.
I was gone. And like normally, you know, I'm such a light sleeper that like the dog rolls in her bed and I'm like in a ninja stance naked with a knife in my teeth.
Right.
You know?
Sure. A little Brock Sampson, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I could barely I couldn't function.
Yeah. Well, in fairness though, too, you don't take a lot of medicine. You know, well,
that's true.
You're not
like, fuck it. Give me a glass of water. I'll man this out.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure that didn't help your cause when it comes to absorbing this. But yeah,
you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, no joke though. I took a Mucinex today, which that stuff's amazing.
Yeah, that stuff I firmly support.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I didn't feel right till probably about 3:00 p.m. Like I just was like, I could just tell it wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
It's like I was on Earth 1.5. You know?
Right. That's how I am a lot of times if I Benadryl up, like where if I take it and then take it again kind of a thing, you know, like if I just take it once, I'm fine. But if I have to take 2 consecutive doses of it, after that, I'm usually like in a haze until the middle of the next day.
It was bizarre.
Yeah.
I've never had a medicine do that to me before.
Yeah, well, there you go. Did you feel rested when you woke up, though?
It was hard to tell.
Yeah,
I just felt different. You know?
Well, because that's always my problem is a lot of these medicines, they knock you out, but you feel like that, you know, again, like I've mentioned, it's like that passing out from drinking sleep. To where it's not really sleep. You know, you wake up and you're like, well, I was out for 6 hours. But I don't feel like I slept. I feel like I probably just laid on the floor for 6 hours.
Well, and the weird thing was, it was like Tuesday I woke up.
Yeah.
And I'm laying in bed, like still like, oh, where am I? What happened to my body? This is weird.
Right.
But I felt amazing.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like thinking to myself like this, I'm going to get all that shit accomplished like I want to do.
Right.
Until I got up and started moving.
Yep.
And then I was just like, oh God. And then here my lungs like, oh, have some mucus. You know, my nose is like, oh yeah, we got to do our thing now too. It turned into a whole shit show. And it was like 2 days in a row of that. Of like, oh, I feel amazing. Oh God. Oh, you know, it's all back.
Oh, that's the worst is when you're sick. And then that first day when you start, like you feel great, you know, you get up, I'm going to do all the things like an hour in, you're just like laying on the floor calling 911, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
How?
So, I mean, like tonight, I'm not taking the shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't. I can't do it.
Come on.
But I can see how people can abuse that shit. I definitely did not feel 100%.
Yeah.
I was off my own little world.
Right.
I get the abuse. Oh man.
Well, down the road, if you ever start abusing, we'll come back to the origin story and.
Yeah, really. Like, say, my man, you got any Alka-Seltzer nights?
Like, nah, dude, I got a bunch of the days though. Like, fuck you.
It's my one of my favorite detective shows. Alka-Seltzer Nights.
Oh, jeez. Is that Nights with a Z or with an S?
With an S, because it's classic.
Okay, all right. I was kind of thinking that too. You know, I remember like various times with my sinuses and stuff, you know, again with the day and nighttime, where you get the both in the same one. I had for a while, I had like 4 packs of daytime ones, because the one I was using that worked really well, that was the only way you could get the nighttime ones. So I had all these day ones and no night ones. It's like, I wish I could trade these. I don't want these. I don't, you know.
Have you ever, just out of curiosity, looked online to see if anyone just sells just the night?
I didn't know.
It's probably highly illegal to do that.
Nah. How could it
Push
be?
a man.
Yeah. How could it be? No, it was actually after that's when Mucinex kind of hit the market instead of just being like a prescription. And man, that stuff did the job for me most of the time. So that was good shit.
Yeah, I was looking at it the other day like I should just take that, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I took the Alka-Seltzer Day, and then I, went to work, and I was like, oh, I should just, drink another bottle of water.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's all this is doing to me, basically.
Yeah.
Fucking nothing.
Perfect.
Thanks, Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, well.
Meanwhile, you have little baby Satan inside your nighttime remedy.
Well, what it is they put no medicine in the daytime stuff. They put all the medicine in the nighttime.
That certainly feels like it.
So during the day, you're just like, wow, this is just, I feel so terrible. I need that nighttime fix. And then boom, you hit that nighttime and nighttime's the right time. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you wake up the next day or next afternoon and
the packaging should have the orange as the daytime and like a Cosby sweater as the nighttime.
That'd be very fanciful marketing.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I mean,
man, this looks like an ugly sweater. Oh,
jeez, it's too late.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
That'd be terrible.
That would be terrible.
You can picture that, like, Cosby's your anesthesiologist, you're laying there, you got the mask on, don't realize what's going on, then he leans over and you're like, oh no!
No!
Yeah.
It's over.
Too late. It's too late. Too late for love.
Nice.
Damn it.
Let's bring up more 80s rock.
Yeah, let's. Ugh.
You love it.
Hey, damn it, I can't even do it. I was gonna call myself Blaze as my, 80s, DJ name, but I just started laughing and ruined the whole bit, so.
Like Brian Blaze?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
That sounds like it.
Cause then you get I'm using kind of the wrestling rule, the alliteration, and, it's gotta be something that's cool. Of course, it's BLAYZE, of course.
Well, of course.
Ugh, terrible.
Well, you already know what my 80s DJ name would be.
Do I?
You should.
I can't think of it.
You probably won't, because I just came up.
It would be funny then if I just called it out.
It would be great if you nailed it.
Yeah.
But it involves alliteration.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It involves everybody's favorite 80s car. I'd be T-Top Tony.
T-Top Tony. God.
Of course.
Man. T-Top Tony in Toledo's top 5 coming at you.
Oh, jeez. That'd be like top 10.
Yeah, you're right.
All the T's.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your radio show. You only play songs that start with T's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's another tease for you.
Yeah. After a while, you're just playing songs that have "the" in the title.
The show is called Tony's Tea. But it's like, T-A-E-A-S-E. I can't spell.
Right.
But it just stands for, T''S.
Right. God.
Tony's Teas. Coming at you 10 T's in a row.
Man.
Or I'm sorry, not in a row. Coming at you 10 T's total.
Yeah, yeah. I was saying a row. That's your whole show. Like, you gotta have some commercial time in there.
It's true.
Oh, man.
That's a terrible idea for a show.
Yeah. Very much so. Very much so.
With a capital T.
Yeah. God.
Let's get away from this.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, what else you got?
Well, I noticed something the other day. We're driving through the old city in the country in the nighttime, because the nighttime is the right time.
Right.
So December, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone puts their Christmas tree up.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 month out of the year, they drive around everyone's house at night, and everyone's got their goddamn drapes wide open.
That's true. You're right.
Because I kept looking around, I'm like, I can see inside of everyone's house.
Yeah.
11 months out of the year, everyone's like, fuck you, this is my house.
Right.
December comes, here's all my shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is, now I know why the Wet Bandits were so successful.
True. It is amazing
Makes sense now.
how many times with people, when they're blinds or curtains or whatever wide open, and you can see they have like a 90-inch TV, and you can like literally see all this stuff, and it's like, to me, I was always like, I don't want to advertise to people what I have, like,
yeah,
I don't.
Exactly. It's like, I see your giant TV. I see Grandma's silver. I see your sex swing.
It's like, I'm stealing 2 of those 3 things. I mean, I don't care about the silver,
For sure.
Yeah.
Because Grandma's gold, that's way different.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I was fascinated by that, though. And it was like, a good percent of the houses, drapes wide open.
Yeah, yeah.
Check out our tree, bitches. It's like, I'm not looking at your tree. I'm looking at your technology.
I may be looking at the tree to see, how many gifts are underneath it,
That's true. El Grincho.
Damn right. You know it. That's what I do, I mean,
Indeed.
Gotta have gifts, for all the children's. So
yeah,
I steal from everyone else. What are you gonna do? Don't leave your blinds open. Then I wouldn't know you had all them delicious gifts.
Exactly.
Actually, I just break into people's houses and just open the gifts. That's it. Can you imagine how disturbing that would be? You come home, all the gifts are open. Like, you clearly tell someone's been in your house. The only thing you can tell that's different is all the gifts have been
Wait.
unwrapped.
How about this? You break in and you re-wrap all their gifts in different paper.
That would be okay, too. Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
So people are like, someone kicked in our door, but I don't remember buying that partridge in a pear tree paper.
Right.
More alliteration.
Right. I like it. Or I'm just going to break into people's houses and switch their gifts.
Nice.
From house A to house B, I just swap the gifts and stuff like that. But not next door neighbors, because I don't want it to be that easy, Like, oh, this looks like the golf club that Fred next door wanted. Like, nah. It'll be like Grandma's sex swing or, the silver or whatever you said before. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
Grandma's sex swing. Could be Grandma's silver sex swing.
Right. Nice. Ooh.
Nice.
That's fancy.
Yeah. What anniversary was that?
The sexy one, obviously.
The sexy one.
Yeah. When Grandma got her groove back.
It's like, I can't remember what anniversary silver is, but I know you're elderly when it happens.
Right. What is the sex swing anniversary? I want to make sure.
The one where Grandpa discovered Cialis.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, Grandpa. It's like, hey, I bought us 2 bathtubs. Like, what? Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Put that thing away, Marvin.
Jeez. Confused Grandpa of his boner again.
No doubt. Sticking it in the turkey and then curving his dick later. It's just weird.
Curving his dick later. This turkey makes me hurt.
Wait, did you say hurt or hard?
Hurt.
Okay.
Because he's carving his dick.
Right. That's way better. I thought you said hard. I was like, wow, what a thing to proclaim. Reminds me of one of my tweets.
Most awkward Christmas dinner ever.
Right. I think I have a tweet that says something like, nothing says Thanksgiving, or it's not Thanksgiving until Grandma declares the turkey drier than her vagina, or something like that.
That's a den of sin.
Yeah, it is. Oh, this show is terrible. What are we doing? All right. So here's a question for you.
What's up?
So what is your favorite part of Christmas? Like, it doesn't have to be anything like, grand or anything. It could just be, I don't know, like looking in people's windows at their trees,
Yeah, it's looking at the people's windows through their bushes while I have no pants on. It's a Christmas tradition.
Now, you're talking about through their bedroom windows and their, like,
well, of course,
their bushes, right? Like, not outside foliage. Okay.
Right, exactly. Right. I'm staring at their bushes.
Making
their Christmas foliage.
And then making eye contact.
Yeah, it's going, nice reef.
I'm filling this stocking. Enough. All right. No, seriously though, what's your? Whew.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I think it's just like, honestly, just hanging out with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's, I mean, during normal hours between my work and her work and school, and, we don't get to spend as much time together as a family as I'd like to.
They're not going to listen. You can be truthful. It's fine. No.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
It's all about beating off in the snow. My Grinch suit on.
Wait, with your Grinch suit? That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's kind of a weird choice, but all right.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it's probably just, I like, as stressful and annoying as it is to travel around and,
yeah,
hang out with other members of the family.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy, the old, like my mom always has a crock pot full of hot apple cider and shit like that,
Right.
Yeah, it's always just a little shit like that.
Makes
of course,
sense.
I'm always like, let me go add some rum to this.
Well, I mean, what he has, Savage, of course. I mean, it's not your fault. She makes the recipe incomplete.
But yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
A little rum never hurt the kids.
It's probably the family shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would have asked me 10, 12 years ago, it would be something different because I'd be like, fuck that, fuck everybody,
Yeah. Then it would have been beating off in the snow in your green suit.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
I understand. Yeah. That's fair. All right. Yeah. I always like it's like, I kind of like being around my family at that point because, it's cool to see like the little kids opening some gifts and just everybody, it's cool when people can put aside a lot of bullshit and be together like that. But at the same time, then it's like by the end of the night, it's usually like devolved to where it's like, all right, I'm done. Oh
yeah, there's definitely the moment where you're like, I need to get away from these people.
Right. And we don't really do any sort of booze at my family. Well, they don't usually do that much booze. Now that I live here, it's a little different. If I have some sort of a stash, I'll probably crack into it.
Well, yeah. I mean, like usually at my in-laws, they have a beer fridge on the garage, so it's, I have a couple beers. But at my mom's, it's all bets are off.
Right. Yeah.
They got that bar, so it's like if I want to mix up some sort of cocktail, I can if I want.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice actually.
Nice. Stand behind.
Plus,
the bar.
my side of family's not shy about having a couple beverages.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, you get on the other side of the bar and just get some tips on the night too. I mean, that's
right.
Smart right there.
Smart.
Like, well, if I'm going to be here, I might as well take money from people too. That's getting two things accomplished.
That'd be a fine idea, actually.
Yeah. Just put out a tip jar and just stand behind the thing and just see what happens. And I hope your mom doesn't bill you for the booze. It's like, I'm going to take half your tips because we provided the booze. And then she's like, I'm going to take the other half of your tips because you're an asshole.
Damn it.
Damn it. Asshole tax always gets me.
Always. Every time.
Every time.
I never fill out my tax forms properly.
No, who would?
Right?
Like, are you an asshole? Check one or two.
Like, which one do I check?
Yeah. Are you a raging asshole or a giant asshole? Man, I gotta call a professional on this.
Yeah, like, let me take a BuzzFeed quiz.
Oh, Jesus. Put up a Twitter poll. Yeah. All right. So what else you got here?
So let's see right there. This is on my notice today, and it just annoys the shit out of me. And I'm sure people love it, and they're allowed to love it, but it annoys the shit out of me.
That's fair.
Is the old Facebook year in review video.
Oh, yeah. Instagram, too. Top 9 or whatever it is, where it shows like your 9 most liked pictures.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I think there's an app called Top 9 that you can actually use, because I saw someone's picture or their post, and then at the bottom it says like created with the Top 9 app or something like that. And it's like, why does this app exist?
Right. Like, exactly.
Although I will say this, it would be hilarious if like I did it and none of the top 9 were of me. It would just be really funny to have your top 9 not be you. Like, oh,
that would be something, wouldn't it?
Like nobody wants to see pictures of me.
Wah, wah.
That'd be great.
I mean, and when I saw it this morning, I'm like, I guess I'll watch mine. And I watched it, and I'm like, well, one, I was like, this shows you how little I do on Facebook.
Yeah, right.
It's like, you liked 160 things this year.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's it? Huh.
I don't even know if I like that many things.
So I was like, well, I'm not posting this video because I just don't care. And then I see all throughout the day other people posting, and it's like, oh God, and I'm not going to watch any of them.
No, I haven't watched one yet. Yeah.
I've come to the realization I'm just a cranky old man. Yeah. I just don't care.
I've been telling you for a long time that that's what you are. I'm glad you're finally embracing it.
Yeah, I really am.
You're the guy who lives next door to the family in Home Alone.
Yes.
You're the cranky old man the kids are afraid of.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I thought you meant that that was a great outdoor, or that was a Christmas Vacation.
Oh.
I was thinking the yuppie of the Sweet Stereo System.
No, I was talking about the old man that they thought was a killer or whatever.
Had the shovel and the barrel of salt.
Yeah, that's you.
But he ends up saving the day in the end. So
yeah, you would do that. You would do that. I mean, I could see you saving the kid. Yeah. But also terrifying him the rest of the
year. I'm down for this role.
Yeah, I think in a reboot, that's all yours.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Yeah. I'm the kid who pees himself all the time. I can't remember his name now. Damn it. I can just picture...
in your pants is the coolest.
I just picture the kid with the Pepsi in the Go Easy, whatever his name is that I can't remember, and I feel like an idiot. Sorry, go ahead.
There needs to be some sort of social media aimed at cranky old men, I think.
Okay. There probably is. But
cranky old man page or something.
Yeah, I was going to say there probably is, but it's probably porn related or something,
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Would be nice, You log on, it talks about your weather, how you're maintaining your yard, and, I don't know what else, but, it has an obituary section, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Perfect. That's a full day right there.
Yeah,
Nice cup of Sanka, and look at that page.
Sanka. I have more class than that, sir.
For now.
Yeah. No, it's like, I find myself, as I know I've talked about it a million times on this podcast, floating between social medias. Mm-hmm. And like I've been floating away from Snapchat and going more to Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Well, it makes sense because, Instagram is basically integrating everything they can from Snapchat. So
yeah, like I noticed just the other day that if you're playing music on your phone, it will play it during the video that you're recording, like Snapchat does. I was like, because that was one of the things I liked about Snapchat. I was like, I could put shit to music. Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, now Instagram does that. It's like, huh.
Yep. And Instagram's adding from Facebook the ability to like comments and stuff now too.
I saw that today.
Which,
right.
I don't want that, but whatever.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I do like the fact they're also adding to where you can turn off comments on a post, though.
Right.
That I like, because there's times where, I've posted stuff on Facebook, and it's like, I don't really want a bunch of reactions to it. I just want to post something. And yeah, so.
Yeah, I think I'll always lean towards the stuff where you can snap photos, because I like taking pictures of shit.
Yeah.
But
I can see it. I've noticed that it seems like there's been a lot of people really fully embracing the stuff on Instagram.
Right.
Which makes sense because, the smartest part of the whole thing was they made it so similar to Snapchat that the people who are using Snapchat, it's not that much of a learning curve. You kind of step right into it and, so whatever, more power to them.
It's true, Brian.
Plus, it's got the ability to send the private disappearing photos.
Oh, you mean snaps?
Yeah, and
basically,
yeah. And if you screenshot those, it tells the person just like Snapchat does too. So, I was reading something. I think it was on Snapchat. It's like how they have those little like news stories or whatever. I was reading one of them the other day that was like, "Here's how to screen cap without being a creep" or something like that. And I'm like.
You're being a creep if you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're not sending the notification to them by just screenshotting it, you're a creep. Like, if you're doing it all sneaky style, you're being a creep. Like, there's no other way around it. And their way around it was to get on like your laptop or whatever and go to Instagram's website and basically save the picture. And I'm like, that's hella creepy. What are you talking about? Like,
well, plus, why save it?
Yeah.
I mean, if some chick sends some titties, that's terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the titties.
Right.
Now that moment is gone. Maybe in the future, I'll get more titties.
Right. Maybe.
Who saves it?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's a lot of people who do, though, because there are a lot of people who, I don't know how many women that I've over time followed, and they'll be like, no screenshots, you know? And sometimes, and I'm talking like just regular people, and they have to post no screenshots. Because they'll post a picture of them like smiling or whatever, and there'll be a little cleave or something in there, but and then the next thing you know, it'll be like, hey, how about stop with the screenshots? And I was like, Jesus, like.
That is fascinating to me, because I don't have that. I don't understand that.
Yeah, she's showing some cleavage. I gotta have that.
Oh,
fucking creeps.
Oh, I could just Google cleavage.
Wait, what? Sexy cleavage?
That's sexy cleavage.
Yes.
Yeah, I just don't understand that at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of the cleavage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
You heard it here first, folks.
I know. All right. Groundbreaking.
It is. I didn't even know.
Make it a note. This early December 2016. Yep.
Man,
it's coming out.
I did not even know that, and I've known you like 70 years. So.
I mean, should that be a salty language shirt? I'm a fan of the cleavage.
It needs
Probably
to be.
Not.
It has to be a V-neck.
I don't know if they make those.
Oh, we need to find somebody to make V-necks for us then. Deep V-necks, of course.
Yeah.
Very deep. Shit. Yeah, I don't know about your old man social media though. I mean, there you go. Just, get it started.
Yeah, I just come to realize this is not for me. I see other people post like, 15, 16 things a day, even more than that. And it's just like, ugh, what are you doing? Like, hey, guys, I was at the pharmacy and I haven't seen bubble yum in like 5 years, and I saw it and I was like, what? And then there's all these likes and shit. I'm like, what? Who's reading it? Who cares? I don't get it.
If you're going to call me out for my bubble yum post, you could have done it privately, yo. I mean, you didn't have to do it on the show. I mean, I haven't seen it for a while.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do. Yeah. There is a lot of that.
Like say there's something like that happens to me. If I go to a store and I see, something I haven't seen in a store in a while, I'm not going to be like, yo, I need to tell everyone on my social medias that I just saw this. I'm going to be thinking to myself, that's cool. And then I move on with my life.
I don't even know what to do with that, Tony. Clearly you don't get it. So
I clearly do not.
I just don't even understand you anymore. Yeah, it's funny.
What are you gonna do?
It's funny how a lot of social media has the, do you remember, this is like 100 years ago, but like when Twitter first came around, people were like, I don't get Twitter. Like, who wants to know I just ate a sandwich? And I still will hear people describe it that way. And it, I was like, you don't get it. Like, that's never what, for most people, that's really not what Twitter was,
Right.
But whatever, it could have been, sure. But if most of what I noticed was not. And, it's funny how people for the longest time were like, I'm not getting on Twitter because man. But Instagram basically is that. So many people, like, everything they see, they feel this need to take a picture of it. It's like, here's 17 pictures of the sunrise. Here's 18 pictures today of the clouds I saw on my half-hour drive. And it's like, hey, you could, it's like one of the things is if you follow photographers on any sort of sites and stuff, they usually don't post every picture they took in the series.
Right.
They pick a couple that are the best and they'll show off those. I think people need to learn to edit in the same manner, it's like you don't need to see every picture. My favorite ones are the ones that are on like Instagram or Snapchat where they go to a concert and they film like the whole fucking concert.
Yes. Oh my God.
And again, I know, I just skip past them because it's like I'm not
will
watching
make my
all
phone
these.
tap my phone screen quicker.
Right? It's like, enough. Like, don't get me wrong. It's, I'm glad you had a good time. It's cool. You want to record it for posterity or whatever, I guess. But, oof, man.
I think my favorite, but not favorite, Instagram and Snapchat moments are when it's like, I just took a selfie. Oh, I didn't know you were there. I didn't know I was taking a selfie.
Oh, jeez.
That pose, it's like, oh, whoops. It's like, stop staging your selfie.
Right.
I see through your shit.
Yeah. It's like, who are we supposed to believe took this then? Like, you couldn't have been surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless your arm is operating independently of the rest of your body, which would be kind of weird, but.
That would be kind of weird. What was that movie? There's that movie where the dude's hand was
It's Evil Dead,
possessed.
isn't it? Or Army of Darkness? It's one of the others.
No. It was a movie that was strictly devoted to his hand being possessed.
Oh, God.
Idle Hands.
Idle Hands. There it is. Yep.
There you go.
Yep. God. What a terrible reference.
What a terrible reference. Idle Hands these days, there'd be so many snaps of that guy's dick.
Oh, for sure.
Like, no, I'm peeing. Son of a...
Oh, Jesus. Again.
Gee, but I was in mid-ass
like,
wipe. Really, hand?
I saw somebody post, a guy did a tweet, with, like on Taco Bell packets, they have like sayings on them now, right? So this guy took one of
Why would they do that?
I don't know. They're trying to be cute, I guess. I don't know.
That's not neither fun nor funny.
I guess it's their version of a fortune cookie. I don't know.
Is it like a Snapple fact, but on a hot sauce thing?
Yeah, basically. Well,
it should say stuff like, you're a loser.
Why are you eating
Go
this?
find real Mexican food.
You're gonna regret this in a couple hours.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of
El
stuff.
Diablo in your colon.
Oh, boy. Well, they actually have a Diablo sauce, so, I mean.
Well, there you go.
Well, this guy was, made a comment. He posted a tweet about it, and it was funny and all. But like when I saw it, the first thing I thought of, and I posted in this group, was how it'd be funny if there was a dick pic on it.
That would be funny.
You're just like, oh, hey, let me some Diablo. Oh, geez, come on.
Now, yeah, what if instead of Snapple facts, like 1 in 100 bottles is just a dick?
Oh, man. I got the dick again.
Like, gee, uncircumcised? Really?
That's 4 in a row. What the hell?
Jesus.
Come on,
I
Snapple.
don't really need my sweet tea with a turtleneck.
Or do you?
Or maybe.
A sweet tease, maybe.
Oh. That's my sidekick on my radio show.
Sweet tease?
Sweet teas. It's just tea. It's tea, but he's in like a greased up 70s wig.
So it's tea.
It's tea.
Yeah.
Why have we never called him Sweet Tea?
Somebody had to have at some point, right?
Well, if not, next time I talk to him, he's going to be Sweet Tea.
All right, fair enough.
That is his official, since I just talked about blaxploitation. That's his blaxploitation name, Sweet Tea.
Sweet tea. Yeah, I like this idea.
Oh my God, we need to film a movie.
Okay.
Soundboard T is Sweet Tea.
We'd probably get sued if we use that music, though.
Well, yeah. No, I'm doing the music. I'll do all the music. I'll beatbox this shit.
Of course. Gotta cut costs.
Yeah, damn straight. And it's not your damn right. It'd be like, damn straight.
Oh, that's what
I'm
it is.
Drinking some sweet tea.
Oh, God. The whole thing is just a ripoff of Shaft.
Yes, with sweet tea.
Oh, God. Oh, that's terrible, Tony. I'm in.
Right?
Yeah. I don't see how this could go wrong.
It can't.
Because it doesn't have to be high def in any way, because
not at all.
We're looking for effects anyway, so whatever it isn't there naturally with a shitty camera, we'll just put in post,
Right?
I like this. Yeah. All right. Guess we're gonna have to go start filming a movie tomorrow.
So be like, who's the man that sounds like he's dying when he's sleeping? Sweet tea. Yo, damn straight.
God. This is awful. So many people
And then
have
his
no
arch
idea what tea
nemesis
looks like.
could be unsweetened tea.
Ah,
And he could play that too.
that's true. That's true.
And then we'll just have to get, another large man in their epic fight scene at the end. And we'll just have faraway shots.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it'll be, just a terrible stuntman to where it doesn't look anything like him. Yeah.
Nothing like him.
In fact, it'll be me.
We'll get Big Dev to be unsweetened tea.
Yes. He'll wear the same wig, but that's it. Cause we're not doing blackface. That's not right. So, but here's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
It'll be like, it'll be like, you got sweet tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then unsweetened tea will be like the photo negative of him. So all the colors are opposite.
Yes. So he's like his Bizarro, basically.
Yes. Exactly.
It's a good thing.
Not nearly as Downsy.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's kind of weird.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Bizarro's on the spectrum.
Maybe. I don't know.
Has he ever taken the test? Is there a test? I don't even know.
I don't think anyone's going to administer it to him, They're just afraid of him.
That's probably right.
Or they're laughing at him, depending on which version of Bizarro you're getting,
Right.
Because he's either hilarious or scary.
If Dev, once he listens to this, because I know he's a huge fan, I really would love to see some commissioned Dev artwork of sweet tea and unsweetened tea.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. So good. Either that or
damn straight.
Oh my God. Because see, when you were going, the villain that I was going to make up was going to be called Whitewash, and it was going to be kind of along the same lines. It would be like a copy of him, but it's a white guy playing him. So it'll be similar to like in Pootie Tang. Remember David Cross when he's Pootie Tang?
Right.
It'll be like that, In fact, I want to try to get David Cross for the role.
I'm sure we could.
Nah, probably not. He'd charge way too much money.
We're not paying though. It's fine.
I don't think
do you take checks?
Is that from you sketchy motherfuckers? No. Like, damn it. Everyone keeps saying that.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, shit. All right, so what else you got here?
Oh, Jesus. We like to talk about the creep stories here on Salty Language.
A little bit.
I have an in-person creep story.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
A fellow truck driver works for another company that I interact with occasionally down at the post office just yesterday when I was, feeling like a zombie still. Mm-hmm. Not today feeling like a zombie, but yesterday's zombie.
Gotcha.
I'm at the post office doing my thing, and he's got, I don't even know what phone he has. I have a large phone. I have the 6 Plus.
Yeah.
His phone looks like a television. It's ridiculous.
He's just carrying around like a 27-inch flat screen.
Yeah, basically. I don't know what it is. It's huge.
Yeah, it's a smart TV. He just plugs it in wherever he goes and, just connects to the Wi-Fi.
That feeling.
Yeah.
But this dude's probably 50s to 60s. He's an older gentleman. Mm-hmm. Right? And I can appreciate the beauty of a young girl. Mm-hmm. Not like a kid.
Right, yeah. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like teens, 20s.
Right.
But as I'm getting older, I find myself more attracted to, more older women.
Right,
and,
like 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gilfs.
Yeah. Good gilfs.
That's the old silver sex wing.
Right.
But he shows me his phone. He's like, check this out, man. And it's just some super young blonde with just pulling her panties aside, vagina everywhere.
Right, sure. As one will do.
Yeah. And, and I'm still not feeling great. So I'm just like, yeah, that's great. I just walk by him. And then as I'm walking back to get unload more shit, he's like, oh man, that thing looks like it's shaved clean, doesn't it?
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm like, I guess. And he's like, I don't know about you, but I'm getting hungry. And he like rubs his stomach. Exactly.
Oh, weird. All right. Wow.
Yeah, that's the shit I have to deal with occasionally.
Yeah, that's strong right there. That's
it definitely makes me feel better as a human. I'm like, oh, I'm at a different level than some of these people out there.
Oh, for sure. That's why, like no matter how creepy I feel from time to time, because look, I mean, we've all got our moments. Even if you're trying really hard not to, we all have our moments.
You'll have that. Yeah.
But man, it's just a few minutes around some people and you're just like, you know what? I'm not that bad. like
wow. I needed that. It was refreshing.
Yeah.
Clap him on the shoulder. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
He'd be like, what?
Right. Thank you for that
I'm
perspective.
not a complete ghoul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like here I was thinking I was training for my black belt and like, I'm just like still blue.
Right.
You're a black belt.
Right. It was like, one day I was at the pharmacy and I remember, they wear scrubs.
Right.
Some of them wear scrubs at the pharmacy, and then like the head pharmacists and stuff tend to wear like actual clothes, And there was an older guy that saw one of the girls in scrubs, and he's like, I don't know why they make you guys wear those. He's like, they don't do anything for your butts. And I'm just like, really, dude? Like you're here getting whatever the hell you're getting, probably some blue pills, and like.
They needed the money.
Oh, nice. It's like, I don't know. It just blows your mind a little bit because you're just like, like what are you hoping to get from that? Like, how do you, in your head, I want to know how this plays out.
Yeah.
Like, how do you say that? And what do you expect her response to be? Like, hey,
like
Big
she's
Daddy.
gonna bend over and just make it clap.
Yeah, right. She just tears them off. She's like, you're totally right. And just tears them off right in front. I mean, come on. And she's just like, okay, well, it's the uniform. And I was like, whatever. And he's just like, they shouldn't make you wear them. It's like, yeah, for him, it'd be like, I just need you guys to wear like yoga shorts and.
Can I recommend some booty shorts?
Yeah. It's like, while you're filling prescriptions, could you maybe wrestle around in some jellos? Like, what the fuck?
Some jellos. Do me a favor. Put this eye shot on your ass, and then I can get two things accomplished at once.
Oh, nice. Oh, man. Yeah, creeps.
Good old creeps.
Good times. We mentioned this a long time ago, and I'm going to bring it up again. If anybody out there has a good creep story, we're always interested in hearing these. So
this is true.
If you have a good creep story, either email us at saltylanguage@gmail.com or, or if you want to, like, send a sound clip to that email address, and we'll play it on the show.
We'll play it on this here show.
Because we're always interested. Or, leave it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure everybody has creep stories. Everybody,
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, they don't, it can be you too. Like if you ever caught yourself being a creep, because I think we've probably all done that at times too. Where you don't,
absolutely.
Maybe you don't even realize it until later. Like you're telling someone a story and then you realize how much of a creep you were.
Yeah, like you see it from its third perspective.
Yeah.
Like it's third person, all of a sudden you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. You're like, so the other day I'm showing this guy this picture of this girl that was shaved. And
yeah, and I kept talking about how I was getting hungry and stuff. And you looked at me like, what?
Yeah, these young kids just don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't understand that in my day, in the Depression era, all we had was vagina to eat.
Yeah.
What? Grandpa?
Yeah.
What? Your grandma loved it.
Yeah. Grandpa, please, we don't need to hear this. Be like, all I'm saying is I didn't go hungry. And then grandma from the other room's like, neither did I.
I was thinking, your grandmother, God rest her soul, always provided.
Oh, this is terrible.
They didn't call it the Roaring 20s for nothing.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Just the emotional scarring. Poor kid.
I can tell you it wasn't prohibition on vagina, young lad.
Oh, man. Ooh. Like, Grandpa, please stop. Why are you
I
telling
know
us
you like
this?
my stories.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So you
I haven't tell you about that time in France in the 1943. We just liberated.
things are different over there. You don't eat a full meal. You just nibble a little bit.
Yeah. Things are different. They don't mind if you lay with a man.
Oh, shit. I did not see that one coming. Oh, man.
Like, Jesus, Grandpa.
Like,
we called it the bayonet charge.
Like, guys, I think Grandpa's losing his mind. Be like, no, he has love letters from. Oh, man. Wow. We need story time with this Grandpa. That needs to be a bit on our show. We need to write some stories. Holy Jeebus.
Just awful Grandpa. Awful.
Yeah.
Awful crazy Grandpa with his crazy sex stories.
Yeah. Well, they don't all have to be sex stories. They probably will be, but they don't have to be.
Well, yeah. But they probably will.
Either that or he's the kind of grandpa that, like, no matter what you're talking about, he takes that topic that way and then tells you some deviant story of his, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, Grandpa, like, what do you think of the cranberry dressing? I'll tell you about the best dressing I ever had. There's this nurse with these giant bazooms, and I hurt my elbow once, and she was wrapping my elbow.
While she was wrapping the elbow, I was grabbing old Grandpa's crank. She gave me a Dutch rudder.
Let's just say I feel like I'm the one who created the Gatling gun. God, we're awful. Oh, man.
Damn, my cough has come back.
Ah, you're fine. You're fine. All right, so what else you got? We need to move on from this Grandpa. Although,
yeah, we do.
I kind of think Grandpa Story Time should be its own podcast, but
it may be. Jesus. We plowed through Westworld.
Oh,
watched
yeah,
the whole damn thing. That's pretty. Jeannie says I'm watching it because you want to watch it. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Okay, fair enough.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I plan on watching it. I actually was going to start it a couple nights ago, but because of my antidepressant got increased, I've been falling asleep a little bit easier, so I haven't been watching as much stuff. Because usually that's time when I'm binge watching. So
right.
I guess I'm getting better use of my time.
It's good, and as long as you've avoided the internet and any of the spurlers,
which I have, yeah.
Beautiful, yeah. It's good stuff.
I know there's only 10 episodes of it, right? I think. Yeah. So yeah. I can bust through that pretty quick. I actually was planning on it because I was wanting to kind of, when I saw you posted something about watching it, and I was like, oh, I should start watching it so we could talk about it a little bit if we wanted to, but nope.
Well, we'll put that on the old back burner.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh man, it's starting to get chilly in the studio.
Oh Jesus.
I thought I had a hoodie in here. Here it is.
Man.
Nice.
Grandpa's got his cough back and he's getting chilled and.
I know, right? Jesus Christ.
Man, come on.
So put on my Elvis cape.
You say Elvis cape, but the one that pops into my head is the what was it? When Eddie Murphy is
it's James Brown.
James Brown, yeah. They throw it on him.
Hot tub.
Too hot. Ow. I burnt myself. Good shit.
Classic.
Forgot what I was going to say. Oh, we briefly mentioned before we started recording. So Guardians of the Galaxy 2 has a trailer that came out. Although I'm with Fluffy Bunny Ash and I were talking about it, and I kind of don't feel like it's really a trailer as much as it's like, hey, here are the characters involved.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it kind of showcased everything, and everybody was like dumping loads in their pants over finally getting to hear Baby Groot talk. So, which was a funny bit.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Yeah.
And when, Baby Groot was freaking out and threw the guy around,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy, everyone's going to love Groot again.
Yeah. Which I'm not surprised. Yeah. I mean, for those who haven't seen it, I mean, even if we spoil this, it's not spoiling anything it's
on YouTube, you bitches.
I loved the bit with Rocket, that was like, don't touch this button, it's like, all right, now repeat that back, and it's like, I am Groot, and like reaching for the button. He's like, no,
Jesus, no.
Yeah, it was great. It was such a good back and forth. And, cause my biggest fears about this movie are, the first one, there was no expectations going in really,
Right.
most people had no clue what they were walking into. And I don't really know anybody who didn't enjoy that movie.
It's pretty much, as far as I know, universally liked.
Right. It's one of my favorites that Marvel has done. And, so my fear is that there's that, and that it'll have, like, since it did so well, we can increase the budget. And, a lot of movies, they increase the budget and it's like, let's put more bangs and flash it. And now it's a Michael Bay movie,
Right.
So it's like, I hope that stuff doesn't get like over the top. Turn your hat backwards.
You mean way badass?
Yeah. I'm hoping that it's still kind of, I hope that they can capture lightning in a bottle twice, I guess is what I'm saying, even though it's really tough to do.
I mean, if that's one thing Marvel's pretty good at, though, is making good movies.
Well, plus, if something works, Marvel's generally like, hey, we're going to do this until it doesn't work. But
I wasn't a huge fan of the Ultron movie. It was okay.
Yeah, you're right.
It wasn't that great.
Right. I'm with you. I'm not a huge fan of it either. It was fine, but it wasn't, it wasn't great.
Yeah, it wasn't mind-blowing or anything.
But yeah, the spots and stuff in it were really good. And, the music it was weird, like when you saw the trailer for the first one and the music that cause I think they used Hooked on a Feeling or something in it, didn't they?
I believe so, yeah.
And, it really kind of felt right. I forgot what song it is they picked for this one, but it didn't quite click for me. It just felt off, but whatever, that's nitpicky shit. So, I'm very curious to see them delve into the characters a little bit more in this one. So I'm excited for it. I mean, I can't wait to see it, but.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mainly because I love the first one so much. In fact, I just watched it again the other night because, I have it. So
why not, right?
Yeah. And I was like, I feel like watching it. I was like, I haven't watched this in a while. And it's not like it's all over TV. I haven't seen it broadcast. So yeah.
Oh, it just hit me. Yeah. We watched, are we done with talking about Guardians? I'm sorry.
I am if you are, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. So I didn't have it in my notes because it was kind of forgettable. Mm-hmm. We watched Batman vs. Superman.
Oh,
this week.
Yeah. Did you watch the director's cut? Or
no, I watched whatever was on HBO Go.
Okay, fair enough.
And I don't think that was director's cut. I honestly don't know.
No, it's probably not. I meant to watch it because we had HBO for free, like 2 weeks ago, and I forgot that it was on there. Or I would have jumped on the on demand and watched it.
Yeah.
So you loved it. That's what you're saying.
Really, it wasn't that great of a movie. And I've heard some people say that the director's cut is better. That's
why I was curious, because I want to watch the director's cut and see. Yeah. I almost want to watch it both ways to kind of see the difference, but,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just wasn't, although I didn't mind Affleck as Batman, I'll be honest.
Yeah, which is basically that's been the most positive thing I've heard about the movies. A lot of people liked him as Batman.
But, it's just, I don't know. You'd think by now DC would have their shit figured out.
Yeah, if nothing else, you'd think that there would have been someone from Marvel that they could have poached to get this right. That's how a lot of companies, when they fall behind, that's what they do, is they hire somebody who used to work for the more successful chain or whatever to come in and show them why the others were so successful, basically. And yeah. They just.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little worried about Wonder Woman, because I really the trailers look so good.
Yep.
But it's like, oh God, are they gonna fuck it like they have everything else so far?
Right.
Because I don't know. I just was not a fan of it, and they had some moments that were okay, but all in all, it was just like, just not feeling this at all.
Right. And that's Yeah, I mean, obviously people have talked about this to death, but that's kind of what everybody was saying. So
yeah,
I know it's so weird because going into a movie where everybody or most of the people are like, it's terrible, don't watch it, and it's like, I feel like I gotta, like.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me. I'm like, it's here, it's available. We're watching a movie as a family. We'll just throw this on, and it's like, oh, man.
We chose poorly.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. So it had moments, but Brian, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like
it does seem like they're trying to like line up for Darkseid though.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. I mean, it's a huge villain. It's a good crossover type villain.
Yeah,
because Darkseid would work really well against the Justice League.
Yeah.
So I could totally see going that route. And, I think Darkseid would be a cool villain to finally see on the screen as long as they don't screw it up like Apocalypse. Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, if you get a chance to watch it, definitely watch it just to say you have, but...
Yeah. That's why I said, it's like, I want to watch the directors.
This doesn't get very many Channing Tatums.
Nice. It's like I want to watch the director's cut, but I don't know where to get that I can watch it.
Yeah, because I'm for sure not buying it.
Oh God, no. Yeah, and I honestly I don't know anyone who owns it, so it's not like I can just do it. The only I could check.
Maybe the library has it.
Oh, that's a good call. Maybe I should look to check the library.
I don't know, man. Yeah. I like Superman. I like Batman, but.
Yeah.
And they had some moments with Superman. You're like, they could, with today's technology, they can really make a cool Superman movie if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And Batman with all the guns and shit. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
Batman's so anti-gun.
Yeah.
And, even like he was having these weird visions and he was taking out people with pistol. I'm like, what? Like, I guess maybe in the apocalyptic future, he'd resort to guns or whatever.
Right.
But then it goes to the storyline of the main time, and he's like in the Batwing and just Gatling gunning people.
Yeah.
It's like, but you're Batman. You're not. No.
I know it's so hard to put stuff aside like that. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you just got to look at it like it's a different, universe or what. It's like but I can't, because there's certain things that have pretty much held true with Batman, no matter what the universe is.
Here's my thoughts about it. If I can take in the fact that there's a man that can fly and shoot lasers from his eyes,
right?
I can accept the fact that this guy dressed like a bat won't use a gun.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
right?
He uses wits and fucking little boomerangs,
right? And shark repellent bat spray.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
God damn it. Sorry, I'm still longing for the utility belt that I never bought. So
you should have.
I don't know if you remember that we did on Shut Up and Take My Money the one time.
I do remember.
Yeah, and it came with like the different sprays and stuff too.
Well, you could you should just get a fanny pack. Yeah. Get like 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Go to an army supply store because they got those belts with the multiple pouches and shit on it.
Good call, yeah.
So get one of those. Spray paint that bitch bright ass yellow.
Yeah.
Put a Batman buckle on it, right? And then just buy different cans of like Axe body spray and just put bat repellent on it.
Just put woman repellent on it.
Yeah, woman repellent, bat repellent, vagina away.
Yeah. Shark repellent.
Get some. Yeah, you can buy batarangs. So you get some of those.
That's true. Yeah.
Get some snap pops for your smoke bombs.
Right. Well, you can just buy smoke bombs.
Or buy smoke bombs.
Yeah.
Boom.
It'd be funny though, because you got to wait a minute for them to really be effective. They're not like the ones Batman where they're the pellets that explode when they hit the ground or whatever. Or a quick release thing. You just have to wait like 10 minutes, and you're like, now I can away. And yeah. Yeah,
you get some of the ones you buy from the cheapo ones from the fireworks store.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You throw them out and there's like purple, blue, and yellow smoke.
Right.
Stinks.
I was going to say I'll mix in some stink bombs because I'm an asshole.
Oh, Batman's a dick.
Yeah. Oh, come on, dude. We're tied to the chair.
It's your little that little clink of the little glass vial breaking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
fat man.
What the hell did you eat? Like, well, I had some delicious breakfast stout and a bunch of Mexican food.
Yeah. It's crazy, really. I believe they called it the El Diablo combo.
Oh man, I don't know. That sounds awesome to me. I don't, I'd drink some breakfast out and eat some Mexican food.
It was fantastic, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
So how many Channing Tatums to make this official?
I think it's probably like his left foot.
Okay. Fair enough. Not even one full Channing Tatum, huh?
No, not even a full Tatum.
Not even a half Tatum.
Not even. Just
a
his left foot.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming he's right-handed because that's most population. So I'm going for his less dominant foot.
Wow. Wow. I like that you even took the analysis down that far.
Yeah.
You didn't just randomly pick left or right. You were, cerebral about that even. Nice. All right.
Oh, yeah. I'm not feeling it.
Fair enough. All right.
I want to film a show.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. You know the dumb show Naked and Afraid?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which, if they want to do a salty language edition, we should totally sign up.
That's a terrible idea.
There's no eye contact.
Yeah, right. Well, rules is rules.
Rules. Right.
But our version of it would be to see how many things we could Eiffel Tower the whole time. Like, hey, get on the other side of this log real quick. This will be hilarious.
This would be a great TV moment, man. Yeah. But so I'm thinking we need to do Shameless Thug.
Shameless Thug. Gotcha.
Shameless Plug Studios presents Naked and Afraid.
Okay.
Or maybe Nakeder and Afraid. Because there'd be no sense.
No. It'll be Naked and Scurred.
There you go. Naked and Scurred.
Yeah.
But we do it in the city.
That's way more terrifying for everyone else.
You like that?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a big city. We could pick like small towns.
That's even more terrifying.
I know, right?
You just picture some like real wholesome small town somewhere with like, I don't know, 40 people as a population or whatever. It's like, we're going streaking. Woo!
Frank the Tank.
Yeah. You just,
it's so delicious once it hits your lips.
Yeah. Like going up to people with a microphone and shit. You're like, so, what do you like to do for fun around here? And they're just like, Jesus, put some clothes on.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah. Like, sir, you didn't answer my question. Like, we're looking to get some delicious local food. Where can we go for that? Back to hell,
like,
heathens. What?
Like, why are you guys naked in our town? You've never seen Naked and Scurred?
Mind your business.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a terrible idea, Tony.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah.
I thought I had $1 million idea.
Now, if you're talking us wearing T-Rex costumes doing this, I'm in.
Maybe.
That's what I want to do. Go around in dinosaur costumes and just randomly ask people questions.
Only, but you have to roar and snarl at them.
Well, obviously.
Does dinosaur speak?
Yeah.
Wait. Here's what we got.
Okay.
It's a 4-person crew.
Okay.
Because one guy's got a 5-person cameraman. One guy holds the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Us in T-Rex costumes.
Yeah.
And then a T-Rex translator.
Yes. That has to wear like a safari costume.
Yeah, exactly.
For no real reason other than it's just stupid.
So we roar and snarl at him, and then he goes, and then he translates and back and forth. That'd be hilarious.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that too.
That'd be pretty awesome. Just picture
Let's
us
talk to Viceland. We might be able to get a show.
just jumping out from behind things at people. Roar!
Can we call our show? Can we call our show T-Rex and Effects?
Yes, obviously.
Right.
Which means we're going to have to put some effects in the show then.
That's true.
That'll be fun.
Wait, what about T-Rex N effects? Like we're affecting the environment around us.
Oh, jeez. That's terrible. That's the worst thing you've said on this show.
Eh?
We're never getting this greenlit. What are you talking about?
Okay, then we'll scratch the T-Rex and whatever name. We'll just call it Arms Too Short.
Nice. I like this idea. Where we just go to bars and, try to drink.
Yep.
In the T-Rex costume, even though our arms are too short.
Skee ball.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. You can picture a
Arcade
T-Rex
basketball.
Oh, jeez.
Bubble hockey.
You go to shoot a basketball.
All these are right out.
You go to shoot a basketball in a T-Rex costume, you just hit yourself in the mouth.
Yeah, right in the face.
Yeah.
Kadoosh! T-Rex bloody nose. Just a big wad of paper towel up there.
Right. Oh, that'd be great. Just a whole roll of paper towel up there.
Yeah, just crammed.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, this is gross. Poor T-Rex.
They're saying we need T-Rex costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. I just think we just go to different bars and in the T-Rex costumes and we just talk with people and record that. That's our show right there.
That would be funny.
And of course, again, I'm still on board with the T-Rex translator though, especially the drunker we get because, we may need a translator anyway.
Oh, definitely.
Like what? Be some guy who's, from the right areas of Britain or whatever. He can translate Cockney or whatever.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe our translator also needs to be British though, because it adds an extra level of class.
That's true. It does. And
you could have like a pith helmet and all that.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say he's British, but he's in a safari costume for whatever reason.
Because why not?
Yeah.
All right, we got to get off this T-Rex in effect.
Yeah,
whatever we're calling it.
I'll talk about dinosaurs all the time.
Arms be short.
Yeah. Arms be short.
Yeah.
Big head, tiny arms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. BHTA, baby. BHTA.
Well, that's my autobiography. Big head, tiny arms. Not really. I don't have tiny arms. So.
The Brian Stewart story.
Yeah. Big heads and tiny arms. Up next on Lifetime. Probably not.
I'd watch.
I'd never.
If it was a like Neil and Annalise would watch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just wear a Christmas hat through the whole thing.
It's a giant.
Well, obviously, yeah, it's my head, so.
Yeah, of course.
Basically be like a tree top.
I need to dig out my...
Yeah, dig out
the
your
old Christmas hat. I need to get out my...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my Santa hat.
Yeah, true.
Maybe I'll do a podcast with my Santa hat on. Because you know how well those like $2 Santa hats breathe.
Oh, God, yeah, they're terrible.
It's just pure polyester.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh, my God. If you're looking to cut some weight, UFC fighters, put on a Santa hat.
That'd be great. You just seen them going through like their workouts, rocking the Santa hat. Like, why are you wearing that? Man, ever since I went to the Santa hat program.
Dude, there was 1 year at work I wore a Santa hat. I'm like, I'm working Christmas Eve. I'll wear a Santa hat because it's fucking festive.
Oh, terrible idea.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No, never again.
Yeah.
I'm like, where am I? Death Valley? Why am I sweating so much?
Maybe.
Crazy.
If only. All right, what else you got?
That's pretty much it, man.
All right. Well,
I'm looking at my. I don't really have any like news stories per se.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, we're at the point where we usually would go into Dude Mountain anyway. So.
You have a little Dude Mountain something.
Oh yeah.
Matthew McDonough from the Passersby podcast that I was recording on earlier, that we've talked about earlier. He made us a little audio drop, Brian. Now, he's not even part of Dude Mountain.
That's true.
But he made us a Dude Mountain drop.
Right.
I mean, how cool is that, right?
Yeah, it's exactly. He's,
So,
go ahead.
He's a stand-up guy or something. I'm not just saying that because he's tall. But here's the old Dude Mountain drop.
All right.
Mountain, mountain.
He does have the lightning strikes in it.
He does, yeah. I always knew those would sound good.
I know, right? Put him to the NFL music and all that.
Right. I do, yeah. I like it.
Yeah, but it doesn't play in the background like Mountain. And epic Viking music.
That's true.
I had some lightning strikes.
Just cut his lightning or thunder and put it in.
So, how funny would that be? Thanks to the lightning strikes, dick.
Yeah.
I peel off,
right,
for some reason.
Mash up. O'Doyle rules. Yeah. All right. So what do we got here with the old Dude Mountain's becoming a mess?
It is becoming a shit mountain.
Yeah.
Which is fine because that's what we appreciate.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's the bottom three have pretty much stayed pretty consistent as the bottom three.
Right.
You got Clint from the old Green Up and the Geek Digs.
Yeah.
You got Sid Von Glistens, Neil from Def Pod, and you got Hobie, Jeffrey from Hobie, or History of Bad Ideas. Yes. Right. Those three are out there just sopping up the nasty juices of Dude Mountain.
Right. The salty underbroth. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. The Dude Runoff.
Oh, jeez.
Will.
Dude Runoff sounds awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair
Don't
enough.
ask Dirty Grandpa about Dude Runoff. He'll tell you all about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right.
But the top of Dude Mountain, so you said it's been a complete shit show. Yeah. People falling, dropping off, people climbing to the ranks.
Yeah.
The current number one spot is held by Fuzzy and Fatty.
Yeah.
The dogs of Henno.
Yep.
They are rocking and rolling. They got some sort of sick inside information.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure they should start opening up their own betting website. Those dogs.
That's a good plan.
I don't know what they'd call themselves. Fuzzy and Fatty.
Yeah.
But I got enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Henno's running with his dogs. You, Brian, and our pal Garrett are tied for number 2.
Right.
Which, I mean, I fully expect. I'm putting all my money on you now because I'm not climbing his mountain. I'm going to stay in the middle, stab people away from you.
Yeah, I like this
Spartan
plan.
Spear.
Well, it's going to be tough. There's only a couple, 2 or 3 weeks left. So, I mean, it's winding down here, but it's still a tight race. So,
it's still a tight race.
Yeah, there's a good chance we won't know
you
until
and Garrett, you guys are tied.
Yeah.
Right. And then bringing up the right now 4th place spot is our pal Big Ben. Old shot of history, snake oil.
Right.
And there's your dude, ladies.
Nice. I like it. Nice. All right. Well, let's transition from that right into Q the W.
QW.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Well, last week about Universal Studios and Nintendo making some sort of sick combination, some sort of Frankenstein. But we were wondering what sort of attraction we would like people to build, or people. We'd like Universal build that was Nintendo related.
Right.
On the old Facebook, we got some decent amount of answers here.
Excellent.
So we got Jared Furge from, I almost just said past, Jesus, too many podcasts, too many friends of pod, from Ridiculous Ramblings.
There you go, right.
He says, answer, Mario Kart. It's been proven that banana peels aren't effective, but you can program a red shell to hit a specified card or a blue card. Also, random lightning strikes.
Right.
There you go.
Right, and we agreed. We both, talked about Mario Kart last time, yeah.
Right. We got Steve. Did he still do Inner Geeks?
I don't know if he does. I'm not sure if they do either. I haven't looked in a while, so I'm not 100% sure. But he was formerly of Inner City Geeks. I don't know if he still is.
We got Steven.
Yeah.
Formerly of Inner City Geeks. Yeah. He says Duck Hunt would be awesome. Have a whole ride dedicated to shooting ducks with lasers while you sit next to a holographic dog that says corny jokes to you every time.
Nice. I like that one.
Yeah, I agree. Jason Brigger. He says Kid Icarus Drop Zone. Kid Icarus Drop So, see here. Jeffrey No. Oh, I can never know if I'm playing his last name right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Stage 3. Or, Super Mario Bros. 3 stage. Apparently, I'm dyslexic.
Okay, fair enough.
He posts up another thing that says Super Mario Bros. 3 was a stage play. His mind blown to Link.
Oh, wow.
Because I had no idea either.
All right.
How would I don't understand.
I don't either, yeah.
And then he also says Dreamland.
Oh, nice. From Kirby.
Which I think I mentioned something last week about the suck and fight or something.
Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly natural. Yep. What was that? Sorry, it broke up bad.
Super Mario Bros. 3, I opened up this link he sent, and it's that the thing was put on like a stage show. Like the game opens up with a curtain opening.
Oh,
then
okay.
All the bolts and shit are all bolted into the background, and you exit stage right and all the things. And it's like, oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'll include that with our links.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for everybody for the Facebook goodness. As much as I hate Facebook, I appreciate you.
Right. All right. Well, over on Twitter, Annalise from DavPod said that she would love to visit her friends in Animal Crossing. And, Fluffy Bunny Ash actually mentioned Animal Crossing to me also, because, and I think you brought it up last week too. That would be one that they could easily do, some sort of,
right.
like Animal Crossing area where you could just do some stuff. So there's that. And Matt from Passersby Podcast said the cartridge blow. Silly Matt.
The old cartridge blow.
Yeah. And then while I was talking with Fluffy Bunny Ash last night, she said that this question kind of brought up a variety of answers from her boyfriend and from like their local comic shop and whatnot. So it kind of, so I've got like 5 answers from her.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. The first one is, she said her number 1 pick would be a Pokemon Zoo / Safari Zone, which is an in-game reference with Pokemon animatronics or even fancy holograms everywhere. And you get a Pokédex device to catch them on. And with 700 Pokemon, they could constantly rotate new ones in to keep the exhibit fresh. It's very true, And it wouldn't shock me if they do something like that and make something that you can buy to where you can go back and try to collect more.
Right.
Yeah, so that wouldn't shock me. Actually, I think the first thing she mentioned was Mario Kart, and how kind of like that's the one that I think a lot of people would, love. The next one was Donkey Kong Jungle Gym. It says you can have an area to jump over barrels while climbing a scaffolding building, a jungle area with a bunch of vines to swing on and climb on, and high-speed zip line you're launched out of a giant barrel for, and bananas everywhere, naturally. The next one was
right.
Metroid Morph Ball Ride. She said you need something like those ballmobile things from the Jurassic World movie, and you get a thrilling ride through tubes and bouncing around like a pinball and blow up a giant Ridley at the end. You still there?
I like it.
Okay, good. All right. Thought I lost you for a second there. She talks about Animal Crossing and, how you could live in a virtual town with animal characters. You talk to them and visit their houses and send them gifts and collect things for your house. And she put, that's really all you would need, a little town with characters. You can go see their houses and place where you can buy collectibles and have a little fishing and bug hunting games. And it's like the actual game, which is so true. That game is the most monotonous game I think I've ever played. And yet I played it a lot. So
definitely.
Yeah. She said her girlfriend suggested a bunch of Legend of Zelda attractions, a Lon Lon Ranch where you can ride horses, A Hyrule castle with photo op with Zelda, like Cinderella at the Disney castle. That's a good idea. Fairy grotto, a super fancy spa, sauna, hot tub area for the adults to relax and get away from screaming kids. And maybe my favorite one here. And a bathroom themed after the water dungeon that's really easy to get into to go pee. But it's a 2-hour maze of constantly backtracking to get out. Which, I love that idea. Maybe not a 2-hour thing, but it'd be kind of a fun thing to where you can get in super easy, but it's a pain in the ass to get out. And she said her boyfriend's suggestion was a Mario pipe maze, a Mario tennis court and golf course where you play against characters, and having cake with Princess Peach at the Toadstool Cafe. Whew. So that's all her suggestions.
Well, she came loaded of answers.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn.
Yeah. I like the fact that it created conversations at other places, too. Not just, she didn't just come up with one, but she talked with other people about it, too, which is awesome.
Yeah, big fan of that.
Me too.
That's what we're looking for here at Salty Language, Brian.
Yep.
We want to have discussions with all the children. I got nothing.
Right.
Hey, it brings us to our current Q to W, which I think it was funny that you were like, "Hey, buddy, what's your favorite thing about Christmas?" Because upon the suggestion of my lovely wife, especially after the question I had lined up was lame.
I want to know what the question was, though.
You're gonna have to wait for the old.
Oh, that's right. That's right. No, that's fine. I was thinking that you were doing it for our show and scrapped it from our show. Like you had just thrown it completely away. I forgot that you said you used it on that show, so that's fine.
Yeah. I sacrifice gods.
Yeah. All right. So what you got for this week then?
But so I'd like to know. I'd like to know our listeners and of course yourself. What do you have any oddball like Christmas traditions that are not of the norm in your family or whatever?
The weirdest, it's not even really weird, but we got to, especially as I got older, we got away from doing like presents on Christmas morning to where we started doing them on Christmas Eve. Like after the like we'd go to my family thing on Christmas Eve. And then when we got home, we would basically just do gifts then. Because shocking to everyone, I've never been a real, like, get up in the morning person. Like, even going back to being a little kid on Christmas morning, I didn't get up at, like, 4 a.m. and wake my parents up. In fact, there were years my mom woke me up. Like, hey, do you want to open gifts? I'm like, I guess,
Right.
So, we opened stuff the night before. But overall, the one for me has got to be my dad used to read in what I think I've talked about it before, where it was called Double Dutch, where you replace, like, every time there's a vowel sound, you put let me think for a minute. I can't remember what it is. You add, like, his name was Woody, but when in Double Dutch, his name would be Wybudaibi. So you add letters after vowels, and or something like that. And anyway, so he read like the whole night before Christmas thing, but it was a different night before Christmas. It was a very, very blue one that I don't really feel comfortable reading anymore because it doesn't feel, as correct as as I'd like to be. So, politically correct, that is. So, he used,
I see.
Yeah, it was one of those that, like, when I was a little kid, if he was going to do it, we had to go in another room, and then as I got older, he would do it. And, it got to where it became tradition. Like every year he would always read that, to the adults and I shouldn't even say read. He off the top of his head did it. And I have it written down because I got him to write it down for me when he was sick. And, because it was something I kind of wanted to keep. So I have where he wrote it out. But I miss that. It's one of the things my dad always did. And I always laughed because if nothing else, it was just impressive to hear him speak like that and just go, and do this whole thing and barely ever get his tongue tied or mess up when you're adding all these things to words, So that's
Right.
definitely mine.
Well, that is a strong one.
Yeah, and again, having lost my dad, I'm so glad I got him to write it down because it's, I look at that every once in a while and I still can kind of pull those memories just by looking at it, And it's in his handwriting,
Right.
so, there's a little nostalgia there too, of course.
Well, I got to say, you blow mine out of water, my friend.
I'm waiting for yours to be like, well, I like to stir my coffee with a candy cane on Christmas morning. No.
Yeah. It had a little peppermint twist to my coffee. It was very festive.
It just, you know what? It's the little things.
No.
It just makes my day.
Yeah. Sometimes I do it on New Year's. I get crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Now, what we do is we introduced within our immediate family. This isn't a tradition that I've brought,
Right.
From
Right.
previous whatever.
Sure.
Is we call it, and I know, and I love the reaction it gets from people. But we call it the pickle prize.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right.
And apparently, I think it's an old German thing, maybe. But it's a pickle Christmas ornament, and they have various sizes. Are you a pickle size queen or not? But it's got various sizes, and you just hide it in the Christmas tree somewhere. Whoever finds it, there's a present set aside that's theirs.
Okay.
And we've done that every year with our kids now, and usually whatever we buy is not it's just a family prize.
Yeah.
That's something I always enjoy. Like last year, I'd even hide it in the tree. I put I had just hid it in the room that the tree was in.
Nice.
Because I got, my kids are getting older. I got to make it a little harder for them.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what we do, is the old pickle prize.
Nice.
So, loyal listeners of Salty Language and all the people you want to have conversations with.
Wow.
Show me what you got.
Ooh, that's
Super low.
Really
I turned it
low.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, man.
All right. There you go. Yeah. So I think that's it then, right? You got anything else or?
I think that's a wrap, man.
All right. Well, I guess as always, go to saltylanguage.com and, all the links from the episode will be there and videos and other things. Check out the enthusiast episodes we've done. There's some fun interviews in there. Or not interviews, conversations, I should say, because they're not really interviews. Check those out.
Yeah, sure.
Like Tony said, there's that sexy merch button up at the top now. You can, give that little, hold it under the mistletoe and give it a kiss. Yes. And,
exactly. Some deep, deep bacon.
Of course. And also, on the right-hand side is the Amazon link. So if you're going to be shopping on Amazon, please swing by and click that first. And then shop as normal. It doesn't cost you anything extra and, helps us out a little bit. And, at the bottom of the page, you can see the networks that we're part of, like Tangent Network. We're on the Geek Life Radio podcast list, I believe. And let's see, what else is there?
There's always
entertainment. So check those out also. Have a good look at that. And if you want to contact the show, the best way is, I guess, on the Twitter at salty_language. You want to talk to me on Twitter, I'm at Stunami.
If you want to talk to me on Twitter, I am at Monotony. And you can also reach me at salty_language on Snapchat, or Monotony on Instagram, since I've been doing that a little, because I'll just plug all the shit.
You said it's the Monotony on Instagram, right?
The.
Okay.
Yep. THE monotony.
Okay. I think the audio
Because some other dickbag has monotony.
Right. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's
I should see if maybe we got freed up.
Oh yeah, good call. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's Ninjitsu. So yeah, check all that stuff out. Follow us and stalk us and be a creep. So that's cool. Yeah, I guess that's about it then, right? Yeah. You want to wrap up the last bit of business there, Tony?
Last bit of business, Brian?
Yeah, a certain email address people should send if they want.
Oh, you mean free podcast@gmail.com if you want free garbage?
Yes, I do. Man, I think the audio jumbled all up though. That's freepodcastgarbage@gmail.com, right?
freepodcastgarbage@gmail.com.
Okay.
If you're interested in some hot garbage,
Nice.
I will send you hot garbage. Yes. Hit me up.
Fair enough. All right. I guess with that, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay snowy.
Oh, I see what you did.
Festive.
I see what you did there. I got no ending for this one. Damn it. I should have thought better.
You'll have that.
I really have nothing here, Tony. Do you have anything? I got nothing to end with. Shit. Stay naked and scurred?
Naked and Scurred.
Oh wait, you know what?
I got enough.
Here, let me I'll put on my T-Rex costume real quick and end with that.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next time.